Alright, hey folks, how are you doing? Hope you've had a great few weeks. I have no idea when it was I streamed last. Anyway, it was a while ago. It was, I think we were doing that milk blood thing. So yeah, that was a while ago. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. As you may see already, we're going to make some mountain creature caught running behind Google car fan art. I didn't realize how long it would be to say it every time when I did that dumb tweet, but then it blew up, so now it's its name. Anyway, I call it Mock, M-O-C-C, because it's a cuter name. It's like a shortened version of it. Hey Viv, how are you doing? So yeah, so far we just have this. I just went to Canada in Google Maps, picked a random road in, I think it's, what's the westernmost state of Canada or region? Anyway, I just picked a random road in the middle of nowhere, picked a place that looked appropriate and took a screenshot. That's all we've done. So, the idea now is to get a nice spot for our creature. Just pick white like this. Get a nice spot for our creature and put it here, maybe. The idea about this creature, I hope you guys have seen it, because it sort of blew up, so I'll pull up the original tweet so you guys can see what I mean if you don't know about it. If you don't know, shame on you. Okay, let's scroll down to it. Doing some merch of it. Hold on, it's this thread, so I'm just gonna go up here. Okay, so the Unexplained Occurrences Twitter account, which is a great account that reposts some bad paranormal takes, posted this, and I just found it very funny because it's like a little blob in one random Google Earth picture, Google Street View picture. Hey, welcome, Bin Hoa, however you say that. So they just found this and assumed it was a creature, and I just had a laugh, and then I looked at it and I said, it looked to me like it was had a little salamander head, and I found that cute, so I just drew it. I traced it and drew a couple versions in like 10 minutes for the joke. And then it kind of blew up. Thanks for the follow, Guam. So yeah, it kind of blew up, and I asked people to make fan art of it, just as a thing. I didn't expect like more than 2 or 3, but then like the most amazing fan art came in. I'm just gonna look at a few of them because they're amazing. And if you don't know about this whole story, it'll just give some context. Yes, I loved some of the fan art. So I went with the salamander head, and people just took that interpretation and ran with it. Some people did different things, but most people ran with this interpretation. And I did this, the tweet, I did it just for fun, you know? Mountain creature caught running behind Google car is my new favorite cryptid. And people ran with the name, and I found that really funny. That everyone ran with this extremely long name. This is a great one, I love this one. I'm doing some skateboard tricks. Some see this one interpreted as having some tiny arms, which is really cute too. Or some tiny flaps instead of arms. Of course, Trevor Henderson, and that might be what most people have seen, did his own version of it, which was just amazing. What a nice guy he is, Trevor. Thanks for that follow, Newt. Newt Fruit, love it. This is amazing, isn't it? I just love every fan art that people did. Like a little baby there. This one is so great. Just love it. They gave it a personality and everything. By the way, I hope you guys don't mind me eating some oranges. Anyway, this was a very funny one. Then we even got some actual like zoologists. So this guy is not a zoologist, he's a paleontologist, giving us some interpretations on what this guy could be biologically, which I love. So this guy said it was like some version of a hellbender, a type of salamander that's really large and has a very big mouth, and said that he could use that big mouth maybe to chase people down and gulp them in one fell swoop. I love that. Very cool fan art, all of it. It's too cute, yeah. Little t-shirt. Some different interpretations too, like people took it in different directions, which I love. Some went real cute, some went like with some weird faces of whatever they saw in the original picture. And some people went creepy with it, so I love all of these takes on it. Look how cute. So this person went really creepy with 1,000 little eyes. This person went like super realistic, which I love too. And this one is incredibly cute. I actually think it got a lot of... Yeah, it got a lot of likes. Love that. Yeah, very cute watercolor. Little gif of it walking. Anyway, there's a ton of them. I did I posted them all in this thread because I thought it was funny. Then I did this one too, just as a little thank you from the creature for making them famous. Little found footage there. Hey Nian. And and this, I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna send you a link in chat because I made using this drawing, I made a few t-shirts and stickers, and every cent I get from them are going to the Barcelona Institute for Global Health to research COVID. So if you guys have some bucks to spend, I really love it if you spend them on here. Get yourself a t-shirt or a little sticker for your computer. This very cute cryptid. Oh. Anyway, that's most of the fan art I found. Couldn't add all of them because there was so much than that first day. So what we're doing today is another picture in this style, like in a realistic style, running behind a Google car, right? So I think I'm just gonna copy it from here because I'm lazy and I have the file on my computer, but whatever. Gotta paste it on here. This is not a super high quality image because it's just a, as you can see, it's just a screenshot, so I can't really go that high quality, but I think that's to its advantage because the blurrier the better usually with cryptid pictures. Okay, so we have this as a sort of reference. It's like the original picture and my own interpretation of it. I think the first thing we're gonna do is kind of block out the shape. I'm wondering like where to put it. Could put it like behind here, kind of like partially obscured. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more fun if we do it bigger or closer in this case. I mean, so around here, maybe like partially covered by the weeds here. Could be a good way to do it. Okay, about size, I don't think it's as big as it looks, because if you look at it in the original picture in context, it's actually fairly small. There's a tree behind it, and you can see that there's the lower branches of a tree, which would be this, more or less. It's the same type of tree and stuff. So my guess is it would be around this size, you know? Let's get a little blob drawn here. Okay, let's get one leg. And I'm not gonna draw it entirely. This is just to kind of block out the general shape. And once we're done with that, we're gonna try to find pictures of animals that look like it, kind of modify them a little bit. Do it like I do, photo manipulation style. By the way, I hope you guys liked my last thing with the angels. It was a long time coming, because I was initially planning on doing a kind of a different thing with statues and the book. If you haven't seen it, check out like the last post in my Twitter, because it's there. If you guys want me, well, let me know if you guys want me to show the whole process of how I made them, kind of show you layer by layer. Okay, I think that's more or less its general shape, right? Kind of has a chubby body with a little stomach here, pectoral muscles. I like to imagine that it has some. It doesn't have like 0 arms. It does. I like to imagine that it has a little like flap left of arm. Like how do you say it? Vestigial? Vestigial, is that a word? I think it is. Has a very thick neck, and I think I'm gonna put the face in front so it looks like it's going forward, leaning forward. Should give it a more of a speedy look. It's like a head, it's kind of a triangle, like the Carnosaurus. Did the Carnosaurus have that? Or like nubby arms? Did it have short arms? Now I gotta look it up. Oh, that's in Spanish, but it'll work. No, it did have like 4 arms though. Or do you mean like the little nubs in the head? Little flaps. I also, since this top part of the head was a different color, I imagined it as having a whole colored stripe going down its back. That is completely imagined. That's only based on this little triangle here. I thought it was cute though, so I went with it. I also went with like little dots on the body, because it does have like some. It's a bit darker here, so I imagine it as having some texture at least. I mean, I didn't put that much thought into it. It was kind of a meme I did in 10 minutes and wasn't expecting to blow up like that. I'm really happy about how people embraced it though. Gotta go smaller with the pencil. So the eyes are pretty big, and so I'm gonna place them, list provisionally. Alright, I think that should be like the basic setup of it. And then of course it's a little stripe going down the back. Kind of disappearing there actually. Just a little here. And there we go. And a little tail. That's also a detail I imagined. Extremely small arms that bend. Oh, interesting. Seems uncanny like a person in costume. Yeah, so the running behind the Google car is just because the title of the Reddit post said it. But to me, he really looks like if he was even moving, he's just doing a walk. It's like kind of chilling, not really running that fast. But that's kind of what people interpreted, so we're going with that. Okay, we don't have a lot of space for detail here, in any case. So that should be like the basic setup of it, right? Now we need to find something that'll work. Like some animal that we can use and get the textures from to build this. That's usually how I do it. Like, just to show you a quick little example. In this edit I did for Hellkite, which, if you don't know, is another cryptid we created, but this one is created from scratch. And the idea is for people to create evidence and kind of make up this cryptid, everyone putting a little piece of it through like old pictures and fake sightings with descriptions and stuff. It's a very fun project. If you want to check it out, click the Discord link below, and you can participate. Hey, Aethris. Well, Aethris? Yeah, I think I'm saying it right. I really gotta change this account name. Yeah, you can do it from settings. I think there's like a limit. Like you can only do it every so long, but yeah. Anyway, this little bird boy was built by using bat wings, some plucked chickens for most of the body, and a bird skull for the head. That was like its most, like the main pieces of this. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Thanks for that fellow painting. So, usually I'd have this special browser layout, but it's not working today, so I'm just literally putting the browser on top like this. And here we go. We got already a search going on here in Pixabay, which is a really nice place to find free pictures. You can use them for commercial use, no attribution. Really a useful place if you want to do stuff like this. By the way, let me know how the sound is. I didn't check before I started. Naked chicken bird, yeah. Hey, painting. Glad to have you here. Anyway, what I don't like about salamanders or newts, or I don't know if that's the same thing in English. In Spanish we just have salamandra for everything. In any case, the thing I don't like is that they're very dark skinned usually, and this guy has a kind of pinkish skin, so that won't really work. And it's really hard to change something from black to very light. Also the yellow spots don't help. So I'm thinking maybe frog, because frogs will... Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, I love this kid. Look at this dude. Oh. I think this can be a nice head. Right? You can modify like the snoot and stuff, but... Geckos would be good. It's a good idea. Wikimedia Commons is incredible, yes. Lots of good stuff there. The thing about Wikimedia is that all the pictures there, they don't have a completely free license. They have a license with conditions, so you can use it, but often you have to credit the photographer every time you use it, or you can't use it commercially, stuff like that. Thanks for the follow, Sheriff Pup. Anyway, I like this guy. I think it's gonna be our model. And good thing is we have a lot of quality there. Not like we need it. We don't need all that quality. We have like 3 pixels to work with here. It's a very small image. Hellbenders. Yes. Thing about hellbenders. is that if I recall correctly, because I didn't search that much, I kind of left it all for the stream, is that they don't have too many pictures. See, there's not even one in Pixabay. These are paid sites, but they couldn't find any matches. I bet Wikimedia does have some, have a ton of sites here. By the way, if you guys want to get into photo manipulation, I can give you a couple tips just to start off. You can check out a document I'm going to link. Where is it? Here. This Google Docs I have is just a link for people. It's full of sites you can use for pre-pictures, Photoshop resources, tons of little things that I found useful over the years. Also, if you want a place to like chat about this, maybe ask questions at any time or whatever, I'm always checking the Discord below. It's a really cool Discord. We got like 150 people or something like that, and yeah, everyone's super nice there. You can ask for stuff. You got resources. Since I'm chilling the Discord, here it is. You got this place, which is a really nice channel in this Discord where people can just send their pictures for other people to use it. So people will send just their scary, creepy, like hallway at night pictures, or maybe useful stuff like this Polaroid. Creepy places in general. So there you'll have a lot of resources if you're looking for pictures for this kind of found footage style. You also got like resources here in the library. Got a lot of got some streaming stuff, the same document I linked. Wait, lots of good stuff if you guys want to get into this. Where were we then? Handbenders. Oh, this one's nice. It's a little bit dark. It's gonna be hard to work with. I'll leave it open here as a tab. I don't know if I'll be able to use it. Oh yes, Josh. Pexels is a very good one too. Sometimes it tends to have the same pictures as Pixabay, but yeah, it's a good one. I use it a lot. The Discord has the energy of a bunch of dudes vibing in the woods, definitely. There's some really cool projects going on there. There's a guy's making a very cool little game in which we explore an infinite house in backroom style, really creepy liminal spaces. We got the Hellkite thing I mentioned before. Lots of good stuff. I like this foot here. It feels very amphibian, which I love for this guy. Oh, here it is. But we wouldn't really be seeing the underside of its foot, so I don't think we'll use this. Maybe the other one? Maybe this one though. I'll download it. Can't hurt. And I guess for this one, I don't have to go specifically for pictures free of copyright, because I'm not going to use it for any intent except for memeing, and so I could use anything. But I still like to try to find copyright-free images, just in case. Okay, so we're gonna cut, I think, the face and neck, up to here should be pretty usable. We're gonna start being lazy and let Photoshop try to do a selection for us. See how it does. Oh, that is bad. Oh, and we're on the wrong layer. That explains things. Not terrible, Photoshop. You could do better though. This is the only good thing about newer versions of Photoshop. It has a lot of artificial intelligence stuff. Like this selecting tool is great, and the new like artificial intelligence filters have actually been quite useful. They can also turn your face into body horror, which is pretty fun. It's massive. No, I'm just cutting him out. I prefer to do that in the largest size possible and then just adapt it. See, it's pretty... I think it'll work pretty well here. So we can try to mold it a little bit. I'm pressing Control right now while I'm moving this so I can move it freely. Okay. So, first, color-wise, I want to get a color layer on top of this and get color. We're gonna pick some colors from the original. I want to remove that green, you know? That looks still way too dark, but we'll fix that. What's that? If you need space satellite photos, a lot of stuff in here is public domain. Oh, let me check that. I don't think I know about this one. I know that NASA publishes every picture as public domain. Oh, that is great. Oh, I could have used that like a year ago when I was doing stuff like this with aerial pictures. Well, this is more like satellite. I love this. These are great. I'm gonna save it here, and I'll put it in the stock sites. I'll add it to the list later. Oh, here's another good one. Since we're sharing cool sites with free pictures, PicReal is very useful. It just gathers a lot of public domain images from tons of different sites, from like the Library of Congress, from NASA, from like European archives, Swedish archives, like tons of different places. And the good thing is you can use this to find historical pictures. Say I'm gonna look for a picture of an army, but I don't want like any army. I don't want a modern army. I want an army from let's say 1905 to 1922. Boom, there we go. Got a lot of military pictures. US Army Band. This is extremely useful. The only tip I'll give you about this site is you'll try to download an image and it'll tell you original. If you try to... I'm not gonna do that. But if you try to download the original, sometimes it'll tell you, oh, we'll only let you download the original for a donation. Don't do that. Instead, you go to the link they give you, to the source, right? And it'll get you to the Library of Congress, and you just search that. The Library of Congress site is very slow, so it might bug out on me. But in any case, you find it in the Library of Congress site, and then you can download it, often with even higher quality than what PicReal allows. But it's a great way to find the pictures. Even though later you'll go and download them from the original source, it's way better than just going to the Library of Congress and say, here it is. It's way better than trying to go to the Library of Congress and trying to find it and then to the other two, just like every site, just aggregates everything. And you can download here as a TIFF with just an incredibly large size, which is probably like a negative scan or something like that. So this will have an amazing quality, which is great. Anyway, that's been little tips from me. Where were we? Oh yes, the newt. Oh yeah, I would have thought the SCP community was all over this. Feel free to share with them. It's been a great place for me to find these old pictures. It's actually the main place I look through. Thing is, yeah, taking into account the download thing. Okay, so this guy already has a darker back, so we're gonna be using that to save ourselves some work. I think we need a bit more of a triangular face, so we're gonna be carving out little bits from him. First, the neck. Gonna have like cute little nose. Okay, and about the eye, I really like the all black eye. So we are just going to paint that on. By the way, I already hinted at it, but since you mentioned SCP, guess I should make an SCP at some point, right? It fits my vibe so much that it's kind of weird that I haven't. Every time I post something, half of my comments are, "Oh, SCP." So I gotta give it to them, you know? Gotta give them what they want. I'll shine on the eye there. Gonna have to blur this a little too. Here, let's do a soft light. Go with a small brush. Not like I can go with a very big one. There's not too many pixels here to work with. Yeah, I guess people kept the idea of SCP from the old ones. It's a bit too brown, isn't it? Kind of hard to work with something that small. Oh, that is very big. Wanted to add a little bit of noise, but I'm gonna go a bit smaller with it. I have this noise action, which is really useful. This has two purposes. First, the background picture is noisy, so just emulating that, so you can see like here, for example. And second, because everything I paint will already have that little bit of texture, which will help make it look realistic. There we go. I guess we don't really have a source of lighting, so I'm not gonna paint a lot of shadows and stuff like I usually do. Maybe a little bit on the underside here. I feel like it should have a larger mouth, and I don't know if that's something I erased without intending to, or... Okay, where's the original? Can't find it. No. Just copying back the original. See, he doesn't have a really visible mouth, so I think we'll try to draw a little bit of mouth on it. Because the mouth is kind of the cutest part, to be honest. I should name some of my layers, right? At least some of them, to keep the impression that I'm serious. Should also do a little nose. This is way too large. I know a bunch of SCP authors that like your stuff. Oh, that's very nice to hear. I have seen a few in my comments that, like in Archers that I did and stuff, that have done SCP. Don't like the mouth yet. I'll give it another try. Maybe like coming from a bit higher up. That should be a bit better. There we go. I think that's the look there. Gonna make it a little bit less opaque, or maybe gonna paint it brown a little so it doesn't stand out, like the black doesn't stand out that much. There we go. Okay, we got a cute little head so far. I think it doesn't stray too far from the original. If I did anything to it, it would be, hold on, let me separate the noise from the rest. There. So this is gonna be the face. I'll make it maybe a little bit shorter. Apply that. I think we're getting there with this guy. Okay, cool. Erase the sketch from there. Okay, now we need a body, and I think we're gonna go like either frog or salamander again. Right? That feels like that's what we should do. I was thinking maybe I could go with this for the legs. I would need to shorten them, of course, make them like short and wide. But that shouldn't be a problem. I can just pick like this corner, let's say. But let's focus on the legs later. Now let's do a body. Maybe this guy? It's a little bit wrinkly, maybe. Okay, let's try to find another nude like the one we used for the face. See if that works. I like this guy. That's actually perfect. I think it's pretty much the right color and everything. This guy is fine too. But this picture is probably more usable. This guy is... Oh, I guess you can't see him. It's just there, among the nudes. Okay, I think let's go with this one. I always save them here on Pocket, which is... I think it's originally a thing to keep bookmarks and stuff you want to read later. But I use it for every time I'm gonna use a picture in an edit, I just save it to Pocket. And when I'm done with it, I just archive them all, and that way I know which ones I use and I can always come back if I need to find a specific one again. Anyway, it's gonna be our newt. There he is. What a cute little guy. Okay. So we're gonna just pick a little morsel from the body and try to morph that into the shape here. I think that should be our best option. Never had to use Pocket. Yeah, I've never used it for its intended purpose, but it's useful for what I do. Just to keep track of what I'm using. When we're done with this, I think we're gonna work on some commission stuff. And if you guys haven't seen it, because my Twitter has been admittedly very chaotic lately, I'm gonna be working as a commission for a tabletop RPG Kickstarter project that's coming up. It's gonna be called Peculiar Children, and let me pull up the tweet. So I posted it there. Oh, by the way, here I retweeted it. Where is it? You guys know Mark Laidlaw? It's the guy that wrote Half-Life 1 and 2. Retweeted my stuff and said beautifully done. Like, what a starstruck moment when I saw that. Like, I love this guy's writing, and I found him through Half-Life 1 and 2. Yeah, that was hype. That was very cool. Okay, I think I retweeted it at some point. God, my Twitter's been very chaotic lately. For all the new people, if you're one of the new people that are following me, I'm sorry for the chaos. Anyway, this is it. So, this guy who already has done some tabletop RPGs is gonna be doing this about peculiar children, and it's like children with strange powers. And he asked me to do a bunch of pictures like this one I've already done. Of course, that's like the first one I did for him. Gonna be doing like 6 or 7 total. And it's all gonna be like, yeah, shooting bees from the mouth or becoming invisible. So I'm gonna do like an invisible kid. Stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. It's all using old pictures then in this style. Does he spit bees? Yeah, he just opens his mouth and bees come out. So like a little bit concerned about it, looks like. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one, because doing all the bees was kind of hard actually, and had to do like different planes of bees and different focus. Yeah, it was hard, but I'm kind of proud of the result, to be honest. I think it looks the part. Well, it's kind of compressed in here, but I'll show you the original. It's here. Thanks, Jarhead Jolly, for that follow. Here's the original. And yeah, those bees were complicated. I think I managed pretty fine. Bee spit, man. Thanks, Jarhead. Really appreciate that. So we're gonna be doing, once we're done with the mountain creature card running behind Google car, we're gonna be doing some of these. Like 1 or 2, however, whatever we have time for. This should be fast. I'm getting very distracted today, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but this, if I was fully concentrated on this, it would take me like 20 minutes, so... Okay, we're gonna go like this. No, we'll flip vertically. There we go. That's gonna be a good base. Look, I bought you a little dress. How do you like it? Gonna warp it a little. It's low quality enough that I don't mind warping. Okay. We're gonna save a copy here. And then we're gonna... Oh, no. Apply. Make it into Smart Object and Puppet Warp. Puppet Warp is a fantastic tool. If you wanna do anything like this, it's basically magical. Basically just put pins on stuff and warp it, and it'll fit beautifully. It has some errors, it has some limits like every tool, but I love it. It's probably my favorite tool in Photoshop. Gonna have to cut a little bit off of this. Okay, I think we're getting there. I think we need to prop this spot up a little, so this kind of line doesn't warp too weirdly. Then we'll cut this bit here off. Here we have like the little suggestions of little stubs for the arms, so that fits well. And here this will be connected to the legs, so we'll take care of it. Eating must be a real pain. Oh, see, I didn't register the pawn at first. Took me a minute to read it again and see it. Okay, from the face here, need to blend this together, so I'll fade it in. That'll work well. Okay, keep cutting here below. This is for the leg. And down to here. Okay, that should do it. Now for the color. We'll do like this, like the last time. We'll do a layer, set it on color. Looks like he's covered in BBQ sauce. He does. I think we're gonna go like generally a bit brighter with him. Yeah. So we'll go to levels here. Kinda up the brights. While still leaving those like little ridges and stuff. So it feels like there's some muscles behind it. Okay. So far so good, I think. Maybe the head is a little big compared to the body. I think we can go... This feels more proportioned. Right? I think so. Got a little bit of sketch escaping through here. No worries. Delete the parts that we don't need. Okay, good. Gonna paint some fake lights, fake shadows, like I usually do. That's way better already. Yeah. See, when you do Photoshop and you do this kind of thing, it's never going to look good at first. It's always gonna look like shit until you've put some work into it. It eventually looks good. That's the main takeaway. We'll go with a soft, like that patch on the back, we'll make it soft. Instead of just a hard line, maybe. Okay, that's for the body, I think. I think it looks fairly good. We'll go back to it and do some top level edits once we've fit everything together. Now we need to do the legs. And I think might be able to get, no, that's not the one, this one. Might be able to get some more use out of this picture. Because here we have a nice little leg, and it obviously has more quality than it looks like. It is a smart object. Another Photoshop tip: if you're gonna be doing a lot of resizing, right? Like you have this layer here, and maybe you don't know how large or small you're gonna make it. But no, let's do another example. Let's take this guy, right? So it's a normal layer, let's say. You don't know how large or small you'll make it. Look at the quality here. If I make it small and then go back and try to make it large again, oh no, we've lost all the quality. Before doing that, while it's at its best possible size, you'll right click on it and do convert to smart object. A smart object always conserves all the information that the original has. So the thing about a smart object is you can't paint on it. You can't just take a brush and paint on it because it's kind of locked in a way. But now if I resize, make it tiny, and then make it large again, it's exactly the same. It's kept all its detail. So always, whenever you can, work with smart objects. I have and you'll see me do this a lot, and you'll see it here with a little dash, control little dash. I have it to like check it out here. If I do this, it'll set it to smart object. If I do shift and this, it'll remove the smart object. Just because I use it a lot. So that's not something that comes with Photoshop. That's something I set in the keyboard shortcuts. Anyway, where were we? Yes, we were going to use this. As you can see, the leg, because this is a smart object, the leg kept all of its detail, which we were going to be using. So first, let's make a... I don't think I'll use all the fingers. Let's just use up to here, right? And we'll maybe edit in the tip of the fingers to just complete it. So we're gonna add this as a layer mask. Let's see. Let's try to match the thickness of the leg. A little bit thinner. All right, that should do it, I think. I'm gonna be using this for the front leg, I think. Let's take a hard brush, paint that out, because I don't think I'll need it for this specific leg. If you ever feel confused about what I'm doing, I have a little point reward set for that, and it's called How the Hell Did You Do That? So tap that and I'll try to go back and onto what I just did and explain how I did it. Hell yeah, do it. I'd love for you to do that. I mean, this is not a one-on-one lesson, but if you have any questions, you're like wondering, how can I achieve this look, or this, like imitate this specific look from a picture of mine or from a picture of anyone else, I can try to explain how they did it. And hopefully that helps you a little bit. I don't know. So, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Oh, wrong thing. First, need to remove the smart objects. Okay. Now we'll use the puppet warp again and set it to the curve of the leg. Put it here. Oh, PS doesn't run on Linux. Maybe you can... I don't know if GIMP does. Okay. We need a semblance of a foot, I think. I kind of like the little toes like this. Like I did on my... like I did on this one, with a t-shirt design. Like 3 little toes like this, seem cute, seem cute. GIMP does. Well, you can just start by trying to learn that. Even if it has less things, so to speak, it'll serve your purposes really well. Okay, we need something that will serve as a foot. Will this work? Just like cutting out the fingers like that. Flip. It's not really a right angle though. Actually, I think I'll be able to use it. See, newts have this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers like this. So since I'm only going to do 3 fingers, I can just take this and cut this one a little bit to do something like this for the foot. I think that should work. Let's put it on top of here. Hide the copy. Let's try to see if we can make this one work. I hate the little pixel grid, but I don't remove it because I know that if I'm getting too close and I can see the pixel grid, I need to take a step back. I'm kind of going too much into the details, you know? GIMP also has a ton of good plugins. Yeah, plugins, I have a few in Photoshop, but I haven't like started really using them until recently. And I've actually found some really useful stuff for free. Like the fractal fish thing I did. I was done using a fractal plugin. That was super useful. I also have this plugin. Okay, this one is fun. We can check it out. So let's pick this same image. Let's put it on top. Okay, so I have this plugin. Where did I put it? I think it's here, there. Where you can flood a part of the image and it'll generate water. It's very cool. So you can like choose a horizon line and it'll reflect everything that's on top into the horizon line, which is very cool. Like, I just put this one, it's a default one, so I could edit it to look a bit better, but it's encrypted. It is. Well, not this plugin, but the little guy we were editing in, it is. Okay, so this is the flood plugin, and as you can see, we can choose like reflectiveness and stuff, but it reflects whatever's on top of it. So it's trying to reflect the trees here and stuff. Very useful, and it's free. Or at least it has a free trial. Okay, back to the foot. Which is this guy here. So the idea... God, this is very small. Let's increase the flow a little. Yeah, it's red, isn't it? I think the document I linked above has a link to it under plugins. Okay, I think that works as a foot. Got some little rogue pixels. There they are. Do Alt on the... To do this, you Alt click on the layer mask. It's good to catch like little pixels you forgot to erase. And I still have this whole huge layer around it. But I'll flatten it later. Because it's still a smart object, so it's still like keeping all the details in. Howdy, artists. How are you doing? Okay, that sort of fits together. Well enough for our purposes. Now the color is wrong, I know, but we'll get to that. First I want to blend these two together, so they don't look like two different things. Should be good enough. Okay, now gonna group these two up and do the same thing we've done to the others. Just color layer, pick a color from here. There we go. What else? A little bit of light in there. Gonna do some levels. There we go. We've got a leg, I think. can do a little soft light. Draw a bit of our shadows. Okay, just another leg left, and we're good, I think. You're gonna have to cover a bit of this with the foliage or the weeds, so no worries about that. I think for the other leg, we might as well just use this again, actually. Oh, I think we got some rogue pixels. Yep. There we are. Okay, where's our sketch? That's what we want to go for, right? Yeah, that does a trick. Without even having to warp it. Pretty nice. Idea, not activate the spinner. So I had this idea that it was somehow the GPS in the Google cars that was specifically attracting this one to the Google cars and not to the rest of them. Maybe like it's like interfering in their navigation abilities or something. Something like that. Okay, we need to continue the body layer. A little bit down here to blend them together. It just likes the logo. I like that too. It's like, ooh, Google. Okay, for the foot here in the back, I don't know if we can get away with using the same one. Let's try. Never know until you try, right? Oh, I forgot it's this whole layer. You know what? Looks slightly wonky, but since a lot of the feet are going to be covered, I think we can get away with it. Let's do something though. Smart object. There we go, that should be easier to edit. Yeah, why not? I think we'll remove this finger here. And then use a copy, put it below. Have like a third little finger peeking out there. A little bit of a weird shape. But hopefully after we hide it a little, it'll look better. And if it doesn't, we'll go back and change stuff. You're in fact very late to the party. You're not. I mean, been here for an hour. We'll still have a lot of stuff to do after we finish this, so. Potential mates out of Google colors. I love this. So potentially we could have only seen either a male or a female, and the other one we haven't seen is like Google colored. It's like green and red and blue and other Google colors. Green, red, and blue, I guess. Okay, we need a little tail. Let's see what we're gonna use. This guy has a really long tail. I think we're better off just snipping a little part of the body here and then kind of molding it. Say like this bit here. Doesn't have to be really precise, because we'll mold it once we put it there. Okay, let's go down below here. Oh yeah, you need to. Get on that hype train. See, you know, this kind of thing is one of those things that's good to draw in the moment, even if you just do a quick little sketch. That's not as good as your usual work, because it's just a hype wave that'll last for a short time and then people will forget. So my advice on this is not expend a ton of effort into it, because it's a little meme and it's fun, yeah, but I think that'll do, sort of. There we go. Oh, there. Let's remove this. This boy's looking good, if I say so myself. Good looking Ronnie boy. I think let's go a bit lower, yeah. With the tail. Also, on the tail, I should just continue that line, sort of. There we go. It was actually very funny how this became a thing and quickly like escaped my own sphere in a very weird way. Because then I saw people that I follow but don't follow me and know nothing about me tweeting like, oh, there's a new cryptid, stuff like that. That was an interesting experience. Okay, I think we got our muck. I like that. Kind of rhymes, right? Sorry. I came out of nowhere. I don't have COVID though. COVID doesn't give sneezes. Okay, so we got our main little guy here. It still doesn't look too good. Still looks like it's not really integrated into the image. So that's what we're gonna be working with now. First, we've added some noise on top, which... does it do anything? Oh. Of course it won't do anything if it's not affecting most of my layers. You dummy. There we go. So this is body, and this is legs. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've added noise for a little bit of texture there to match the noise in the back. What else? Yeah, I'm stupid. I put it only to phase. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Now it should work. Yeah, me too. I think that's what like made it jump it to more to the bigger audience, right? Speedy mock salad. Okay, so first thing, we've added a layer mask on top of everything. So we're gonna be hiding some parts when they go into the foliage, right? So like the parts that are contacting the ground should be half covered by it. A little bit of the fingers here. Of course, the parts that contact the ground. There's not a very specific directional light, as I mentioned. It's an overcast day, so there's no like projected shadow really. But there is contact shadow. So we're gonna be painting just a little bit of that. And then we'll go below our guy here and paint a soft general shadow just below him. I think we'll also paint a little bit more shadow in that in some areas. Tell a medical fact. Oh, I got a few ones. Hold on. Okay. You wanna know a medical fact? So 1 of every 10,000 people has all their organs mirrored. So maybe one of you, if you've never got any x-rays done or anything, has all their body mirrored. So their heart is on the right side, their liver is on the left side. You don't even send him weird facts. Well, there you go. Here you got one. Some people living among us are mirror people. Oh, I should do this in soft light probably. See, I knew that little reward would come in nice, come in clutch. Like 6 years of studying medicine has to be worth something. some medical facts on Twitch. So, do you guys feel like the phase matches Mock? Or is it still like a little bit too long, maybe? That'd be cool, yeah. A little horror story about mirror people. I still feel like there's a little bit of leftover from the edge. It's kind of hard to say when you're working with such small pictures, really, but... Let's shorten the snout a little bit. That'll do it good. Trying to go with this silhouette. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. At least in my mind, it matches a bit better now. Would that have any negative effects? Not really. Only that, like in terms of medical interventions, it could have some troubles, some problems. Like, I don't know. Maybe you'll get operated on and they'll go to your liver, but it's actually on the other side. But since you usually do an X-ray of some kind before it, doctors will know. So if doctors know, you'll be fine. If they don't, they might have a little surprise. If they need to operate on you. Should be current and below. Mirrored organs is a real condition. Yeah, of course. That's what somebody asked for a medical fact. So I told them that 1 in 10,000 people has mirrored organs. Flip vertically. Actually, I should flip. I always flip to see if it works. I think, okay, now that we have our little guy, I think is ready. Mostly ready. So, I'm gonna take this whole thing. We're gonna duplicate it and we're gonna merge it into one single layer, right? So let's put the noise there. So the noise always stays on top. Okay. Now that we have our guy or girl set here, I think we're gonna do a little bit of motion blur because he run. Can't wait to blur the boy. How much should we blur? Okay. Let's try to make it, yeah, blur in the direction that is running, you know? So. like that maybe, or hold on, we do a little general blur. But then I do want to do something. Okay, for this I need to remove the smart objects, but we have everything saved below it, so it's not a really big deal. I'm gonna take the legs and specifically blur the legs way more to make it look like it's moving. And okay, we got a blur gallery, if I recall correctly. It's a path blur. There we go. So we can do what path the legs are taking. Oh, there we go. And then change the speed. Okay. And for the other leg, same thing. Filter, blur gallery, path blur. Let's pick it. This is a nice way to do motion blur. Oh, I guess, hold on, I did the selection so tight that the blur would be like cut off here. So I'm gonna make it larger like this. Okay, now let's try that again. It's like a creature that screams when you look at him. He probably would, yeah. He'd probably have a very cute scream though, not very threatening. I like that. Problem with being fasted online is you can only live in darkness. Sounds like a emotional line in a Sonic movie. Saying meat, I love that. Okay, let's go. Yeah, 30% speed seems alright. How's that? Instead of just blurring the whole thing, I think it might be a little bit, like we might keep a little bit more of the face detail and stuff by doing this. Okay, and as you might see, the color still doesn't match too well. It still feels like it's popping out color-wise a little bit. Not like too much, but a little bit. So let's try and fix that, right? This, I think, no, that's good. Okay. Here's a very, very easy technique you can do. Let's just pick a whole layer around it. Put it on top of him. Put it on color. And then Gaussian blur. This is the layer we just put on top of him, which is the whole world around it. So we blur the hell out of it, right? That way the like average color of the scene around him is kind of reflecting onto him in a way. Very explained in a very simple way. You can do that in color and hue also, but let's go with color. Of course, that's 100% is a bit too much for this, but if we just do 35%, look at that. Gained a little bit of that greenish tint around him. How about that? The alien protagonist of 19... yeah. A little kid that has him hidden in a basement or something. And he goes meep. Anyway, how do we feel about this? I don't know if there's any more... No, there's much more to do here. I won't touch the background picture because that's Google Maps, and I won't change like the feel or the look of Google Maps. Because sure, if this was one of my normal things, I'd flatten everything and do like try to do some cool colors and adding contrast and all that kind of stuff to add some mood. But I won't do that because this is By the way, forgot to disable this. It's Google Maps. Like, I'm not gonna change what Google Maps is. So I think that concludes it. I think we're done with this, right? What we can do is maybe pick like just a square around him like this and try make a sort of enhanced version, which in a fake way, you know? To crop it some more is off center. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the crop is literally what I took from the screenshot, and if we see here, I think I still got it saved here. That's literally it. It's a little place in British Columbia. Then I picked it random. I tried to capture the cursor there too. So like it's a straight screenshot from there. Didn't think about the crop too much. You're right though. We should. You can see all my other tabs in there. Should actually be smart about this. Okay, so I think we can crop. So we have 69. Now, how about instead of cropping, just take the what we were doing before. Crop this guy out. Okay. And try to fill that whole corner of the image with him. Maybe right in the middle, add just a little bit of an outline to make it look like this was put together in MS Paint or something. I think it's pretty good. Maybe desaturate a tiny bit. I feel like background pig has a little saturation. Maybe you're right. Okay, let's try that. Just desaturate the muck, right? Because I added that green. Could maybe use a little bit of desaturation too. Just a touch like that. Let's do like before. Then we can take the whole background picture and hold on, this is the old one. And oh, hold on. There we go, just to separate them a little bit. It's definitely missing the big red circle arrow. True. True, true. We can make a fake YouTube thumbnail with this. And I don't know J-Station, but I know like a lot of YouTubers that do that. Very, very widespread, unfortunately. Okay, so here for the close-up. Here's what we can do for the close-up, and this could be funny because that's what all these kind of pictures do. Is sharpen. This is smart sharpen, so we can control how much, and just blast it with sharpening. Oh, that's gonna be too much. I'm seeing it on the preview there. It's taking a while to apply though. Okay, let's give it a second. Oh, nope. That is too much. I was changing it without seeing the results, so it was, of course, doing it too much. Let's reduce the amount, maybe the radius a little bit. How about that? Some big old sharpen. Bear, how you doing, Dr. Ed? Her sharp side. Not remove it. Actually, if you have a knife or something stuck into you, and this is actual advice, do not remove it, because it might actually be holding the blood down. So let a doctor remove it. Oh, so J-Station is like one of those like creepy thing YouTubers, right? Calling Slenderman at 3 AM. Why is it always 3 AM, by the way? Okay, let's also increase contrast, because it's another thing they really like to do. How about that? There we go. It's actually, let's put that on the right side. I like how it looks. But I'd rather have them inverted, like the original and then the... Right? That's a bit better, isn't it? The difference is he has also committed several crimes. Oh no! Okay, so that one is a bit worse. What if the owners wants the knife back? He'll have to wait, I'm sorry. Calling the IRS. Okay, so this could be a little sighting of this mountain creature caught running behind Google car. Mock for friends. Should we do a big circle? Is it too much? Okay guys, I'll let you choose this one. While I make it, obviously. Should we do a big circle? And an arrow, of course. I'll paint this one manually. Are the arrows hand painted usually, or are they just boring arrows from, I think this has arrow shapes somewhere. I don't know, I don't use it too much. There, that's an arrow shape. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fill that with red. No stroke. You asked for it. This is terrible. I feel bad. Let's make a fake YouTube video. Should make fake YouTube videos. We'll be good at it. What did you send? Is it someone committing crimes? Please let it not be. Bought a furry of the dark wave and he was insane. A furry? Androgens in Hypercamp too, yeah. 3 scared emojis. Oh my god, I need to stop this before it goes too far. No Auro, guys. I am very sorry. Anyway, I think this is pretty good, right? It's not like we're gonna get a really high quality of just a screenshot of Google Maps. So we can't do much more than that. So let's save it as a JPEG. And as a PSD. Should we tweet it out right now? What should the tweet say? Oh boy, it's going a bit crazy. I think Trevor probably retweeted oh yeah, it's doing well. Very happy. Very happy this little guy is doing well. Did you guys see this one with the statues? Really proud at how it came out. See, I don't think I'll even need to boost it. It's great. I really like how this came out in the end. It was harder to make though. Hard to like imitate the style. Had to take from a bunch of different textures of the same book and stuff. But it works well for its purpose. Anyway, it's doing great. I have to reply to probably a ton of messages when I'm finished streaming. Okay, should we tweet this guy out? Let's find him. Mock.